What's going on, everybody? It is Christros here, and today we got another deck profile for you guys. I hope you guys are enjoying. Yeah, I'm sorry it took a little bit between videos. I wanted to get some good gameplay footage in, and then I ended up getting to Master 5, I think. So I was really enjoying the deck, and yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying these videos. Sorry about that, I just hit my mic. Let me rearrange that. Okay, sorry about that. So yeah, I really hope you guys are enjoying this video. I've been enjoying it. There's a lot of decks here that I'm going to be making and playing. It just takes some time because, like I said, I have to do this every 2 weeks, so it's not instant like some people. So like I said, I hope you guys could wait. But on top of that, let's get right into our deck profile. It is Naturia Runick with the kind of a Duel star engine in it. So yeah, we are playing the new cards. So with that out of the way, let's get into the deck profile. I hope you all enjoy. So simple first is our hand traps. We've got 3 Duel and Lockbird. Pretty self-explanatory. This stops a lot of decks right now, like Super Heavy Samurai. Can't really play through it. Rescue Ace, Snake Eye can't play through it, stuff like that. So it's a really good card. It can help in turns. Then on top of that, we got the 3 Mandatory Maxi. And then we have 2 Called by the Graves. And that is it. That's all of our hand traps. We actually cut Ash Blossom completely. I felt like Ash Blossom really didn't do a lot. And it's still a great card. Like, I still love it. I still recommend it. But it's right now, it's just not as good as I was hoping it would be. So now for our non-Naturia cards, we got 3 Diblo Star, the Black Witch. We're only using this card because it gives us an extra negate. You could cut this card, by the way, completely if you wanted to, and just run more Runick spells, which is completely optional. But I decided to cut back on the Runick side for this, and I don't know if it was better or not, but I liked it, so that's what I went with. What this card does, you can special summon this card from your hand by sending 1 card from your hand or field to the graveyard. You can special summon Debut Star of the Black Witch once per turn this way. You can only use each of the following effects of the Black Witch once per turn. If this card is normal or special summon, you can set 1 Sinful Spin spell trap directly from your deck. During your opponent's turn, if this card is sent from the owner's hand or field to the graveyard, you could send 1 card from your hand or field to the graveyard, and if you do, special summon this card. The target for this is going to be Betrayal. So Sinful Spoils of Betrayal. You can send 1 Diablo Star monster from your hand or face up on the field to the graveyard, then target 1 face up card on the field and negate its effects. Simple as that. That's all we're using it for. It's for the negate. It's amazing. I like it. It's good. Now, a good card, if you have like an opener, if you have Black Witch in your hand and you have like Naturia Tree, you send Naturia Tree to the graveyard, or you summon Black Witch gets a search, and the Naturia Tree gets a search on top of that, so you get a lot of advantage pretty quickly. So just an FYI. For our Naturia cards, we got 1 Sunflower. Sunflower comes up every now and then. It's pretty cool. When the opponent monster activates an effect, you contribute 1 Naturia monster and 1 in this card. Negate the activation if you do destroy that card. We got 3 Naturia Mole Cricket. This card reads like it's a custom card. It's fucking crazy. During the main phase, quick effect, you can contribute this card, special summon 1 Naturia monster from your deck, or you can special summon 2 Naturia monsters if your opponent controls a monster with highest attack on the field, even if it's tied. If your opponent special summons a monster from your extra deck, or you special summon a Naturia monster from the extra deck while this card's in your graveyard, except during a damage step, you can special summon this card. You can only use each effect once per turn. This card is amazing. Let's say if you go first and you get Diablo Star out, send Black Tree, get a search, you get Mole Cricket to your hand, and they max you just normal summon Mole Cricket. You have now Mole Cricket, Diablo Star, and a negate on field, and you just pass your turn. As soon as they want to play like anything, they want like field like Regeki or anything like that, you negate it. As soon as they put body like higher than 2,500, or they get rid of it, you know, you're pretty well set with Mole Cricket at that point. Or even if you like your opponent like max sees during the standby phase, you just normal summon Mole Cricket and pass your turn. They can't really do too much outside of that. As soon as they summon a monster, you get 2 bodies on the field. Usually it's going to be Chimera with Sunflower. Then that gives you a monster negate. Yeah, it's really good. This card's busted. I love it. Then we got 3 Naturia Chimera. If this card's normal special summon, you can send one Naturia monster from your deck to the graveyard. If you tribute a monster to activate a Naturia monster's effect, you can send the top 2 cards of your deck to the graveyard instead. If your opponent normal or special summons a monster, excepting a damage step, you can special summon one Naturia monster from your graveyard. So this card's really great, definitely worth playing. When you normal summon it, you can send one Naturia card from your deck to a graveyard. Your target is going to be Sacred Tree. Then that's it. That's all the monsters. For our spell lineup, we got one Foolish Burial Goods. We got one... Oh, sorry about that. That was a misclick. We got one Foolish Burial Goods. We got one Triple Tax Talent. We got one Runick Fountain. We got 2 Called by the Grave. We got 2 Runick Tips. We got 3 Runick Flashing Fire. We got 1 Runick Destruction. 2 Runick Freezing Curses. 2 Runick Slumber. We got 1 Runick Smiting Storm, 1 Runick Golden Droplet, 1 Runick Dispelling, and that is all for our Runick cards. Then we got 3 Naturia Blessing. You can activate one of these effects. You can special summon 1 Naturia monster from your hand or graveyard. Immediately after this effect resolves, you can special summon 1 Synchro monster using monsters you control as fusion material, including a Naturia monster, or you can fusion summon 1 fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters you control as material, including a Naturia monster. And that is not a hard once per turn or a soft once per turn. You can activate this card 3 times in 1 turn if you want. And then we got 3 Naturia Sacred Tree. The effect that you care about is if this card sent to the graveyard, add 1 Naturia card from your deck to your hand, except itself. You can only use each of the following effects of tree once per turn and only once that turn. So, like I said, really good card, definitely worth playing. Yeah, it's just amazing. Then for our extra deck, we got 3 Hugin, the Runick Wings. That gets you 1 field spell, Fountain. We got 2 Gigi, the Runick Fangs. We got 1 Fiki, the Runick Fangs. This card did come up actually a couple times. What this card does is if an attack is declared involving this card in the extra monster zone, you can banish the top 2 cards of your opponent's deck. Neither player takes battle damage from attacks involving this card. If this card is on the field destroyed by your battle opponent's card, you can target 1 Runick quick play spell in your graveyard, add it to your hands. And that actually helped us recycle Runick Destruction for a couple games to get rid of a skill drain, because this actually activates in the graveyard. So it doesn't, anyway, the whole point is this was a really good card, definitely worth playing. We got 1 Naturia Beast, 1 Naturia Brachyon, we got 1 Stardust Charge Warrior. Quite often if you go first, you could either end on Naturia Beast with a negate, or you could end with Baron to floor on your opponent's turn. You could bring back Naturia Beast. You got Omni Negate with Naturia Beast, which is spell negates. So it kind of works out nice. Brachyon actually came up a lot because I placed quite a bit of lab, so making this turn 1 kind of became a priority if I didn't know what they were playing. We got 1 Koro Dragon, 1 Baron the Floor, 1 Sword Soul Supreme Sovereign Chichao. We got 1 Baguska, IP Masquerena, and then 1 Nightmare Unicorn. That's our deck list. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Now let's get right into the games. Alright, this first duel is against Branded Labyrinth. This was a really interesting version of Labyrinth. I actually really liked it, using the branded fusion cards. My opponent definitely misplays, and so did I. But this was a lot of fun, so I'll show off this game. I go first. I activate Runick right away in the main phase. I should do this all in the standby phase, but I'm an idiot, so here we are. I've learned from my mistakes. He max C's. I'm like, okay, well that sucks. Yep. So he's gonna at least draw a card, no matter what. So I get Runick Wings. Wings is gonna grab me the field spell. I do get rid of Slumber in this case. I activate Runick Fountain, and I normal summon Chimeral. Chimeral effect's going to activate Sacred Tree in the graveyard, and that gives me a Blessing. But I don't really need the Blessing. I should have went for Mole Cricket here. This was the misplay. Normally, the Baron line is I would synchro these 2 into a Stardust Charge Warrior. I'll get a draw card. He'll get a card. At that point, you Blessing back Chimera. That's a 6 and a 4, and that gets you Baron or Chinging, whatever one you really want. Both of them are good, but like I said, it's up to you. So yeah, just an FYI. That's the play. That's what I would normally do going first if I don't have a Naturia Beast line. So like I said, this is interesting. He activates Fall into Albaz right away, just discarding a Dimensional Barrier, and he's going to fuse away. I'm like, yep, that sucks. He gets rid of my Hugin. He gets right into Mirror Jade. I'm like, alright, activate Flashing Fire. I'm just going to get rid of his card. At this point, he activates effect to banish one of my cards. He dumps Titanclad. I'm like, alright, well, that sucks, but I can make this work. And so at this point, he banishes one. It destroys the top 3 cards of his get banned. Wait, top 2, and it's Ecclesia and Karma Cannon. Mirror Jade effect's going to activate. So far, I'm feeling pretty confident. I'm going to draw 3 here with my Fountain. So, like I said, I'm feeling pretty confident still. I'm getting a lot of advantage, and he's not really able to do too much. And that's not a bad hand. He activates Druid's Form. I'm going to max see him, because thank you, that one card I just drew. And at this point, Druid's Form is going to go into a +1. He gets rid of my Hugin. I draw. He attacks me for 2,500. At this point, he's just going to end his turn because he doesn't want to play the max C minigame. I just need a really good top deck, and you know what? That kind of works. Activate Flashing Fire. I'm going to destroy his card. At this point, I get rid of Sacred Tree, then we'll summon Black Witch, Sacred Tree effect. I'm going to get Mole Cricket. I'm going to normal summon Mole Cricket. Mole Cricket effect, I'm going to attribute it to get a Chimera. Then I'm going to activate Naturia Blessing, bring it back to Mole Cricket. At this point, I'm going to Synchro into Naturia Beast. By the way, at this point, I did not see any lab cards, so I was like, oh, I don't need to go into, you know, the level 6. This is fine. Mole Cricket is going to come back, activate Runick Dispelling, getting Fangs on the field, and at this point, I'm going to draw 2, and that's not terrible. I'll take that. So my battle phase gets skipped. Now he activates Ariana. Ariana is going to grab him a Lady Castle. He's going to set 1, activate the Lady Castle. At this point, I'm going to activate Runick Destruction. This was perfect because this way this won't be protected. So yeah, like I said, feeling pretty confident. Runick Destruction, banish even more, and there's all of his lab cards. Like, I wish I saw this beforehand. So like I said, his Lady Labyrinth comes through, and at this point, he just concedes. Yeah, so like I said, it was kind of an interesting deck. I gotta give him credit for that. I like mixing those two. I think they could synergize pretty well. But with that out of the way, let's get into game number 2. Alright, this next game is against Dark Magician. I've been facing a lot of Blue Eyes and Dark Magician lately on the ladder. I know the anniversary event's going on, so maybe that's why. But yeah, no, I've been facing a lot of them. And my opponent lets me go first. I have a pretty decent hand, so I'm going to activate Smiting Storm. He's going to max C. And I'm like, well, that sucks, but not the end of the world. So, yet again, playing into max C can be beneficial. I normal special summon Wings. I'm going to discard my Sacred Tree, getting a Runick Fountain. And at this point, Sacred Tree effect, I'm going to grab Mole Cricket. I'm going to normal summon Mole Cricket and end my turn. So far I'm pretty confident here. If we see what my opponent can do. He sets 2. That's it. Wait, I feel like he's misplaying here. I don't draw a good hand. I activate normal summon Chimera, dump another Sacred Tree. Sacred Tree effect's going to activate, giving me a Blessing. At this point, I'm going to Synchro into a level 5 by getting Naturia Beast out on the field. I'm pretty confident at this point. Mole Cricket effects are going to come back, activate Naturia Blessing, and bring back your Chimera. And at this point, I'm going to synchro both of them off for Stardust Charge Warrior. Charge Warrior is going to draw me a card, and he's going to activate Magma Mutt. I'm like, that sucks, but I'm going to max C him, you know, to try to get some more cards out of this. So Magma Mutt, he normal summons. I draw another one, and a Mole Cricket. I activate Mole Cricket's effect because, like I said, I can. So this worked out pretty good for me. That gets me Chimera and a Sunflower. So, and at this point, I'm going to synchro those 2 off for a Baron to Floor. And now I'm going to stop popping some cards, activate, get rid of his Magma Mutt, and I'm going to attack. My battle phase is skipped, but I have an Omni Negate, Infinite Spell Negates, and potentially, if I play this correctly, I could have a you know, Monster Negate, but we'll see what ends up happening with that. I activate Max C, he activates Solanir, so at least I blanked one of those, but I am going to negate his Solanir. So, I'm pretty confident Solanir gets destroyed. His Druid's Form is going to be out on the field special summoning, so Druid's Form comes down. I do draw a card because of that. Someone here gets a dump, and now this time it's going to get kind of ridiculous. He goes into Lebellion. At this point, I'm just drawing a bunch of cards. So he's going to have a hard time getting out of this because I'm feeling pretty confident. He finally gets rid of my beast, but that's not going to be enough. As like I said, I'm feeling pretty confident at this point still. And yeah, there it goes. I get Naturia Blessing, bring back my beast. Go to main phase 1. I do special summon my Black Witch effect. I'm going to set my Sinful Spoils for next turn. I activate Mole Cricket's effect is going to go off, and I do get me Chimera and Mole Cricket again. Dump Sacred Beast, Sacred Tree effect is going to grab me another Blessing. At this point, I'm going to synchro both of those away for Bachyon. So I got Spell and Trap negates pretty good. And now I'm going to link off into IP Masquerena. And I'm actually going to do Naturia Blessing, bring back Sunflower, and I'm going to link those two away for a Nightmare Unicorn. Nightmare Unicorn effects, I'm going to discard my Eladril, and I'm going to bounce his trap. I'm going to go to battle. I'm going to crash my 2, so I lose my Omni Negate, but at this position, I'm feeling pretty fucking good. I got infinite trap negates, infinite spell negates. My opponent really can't do too much, so I'm feeling pretty confident. So yeah, my opponent goes main phase 1, and he just scoops it on up. So that was the game. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let's get into our last game of the night. Alright, this last duel is against Blackwing. I actually really like Blackwings. I still love them. Still one of my favorite decks. So I used to do, fun fact about me real quick for people who want to know. Back in the day, I used to play a Blackwing Assault Mode deck. So it was a lot of fun. I somebody said by special something Black Witch. He infinite perms it right away. I'm like, okay. I go Mole Cricket effect, and then he Ash Blossoms. I'm like, okay, well, this sucks, but it is what it is. Can't really do anything now, like, but hey, that works. So I got to set Flashing Fire and to set Sinful Spoil, so an Omni Negate and a special summon pop. So at this point, he sets one, plays Black Whirlwind. He goes into Zephyros, normal summon Zephyros, he activates Black Whirlwind's effect. I'm going to negate Black Whirlwind because I'm like, I don't want this going out of hand. I know how bad this could get pretty quickly. And yeah, no. Black Witch is going to activate, Flashing Fire is going to activate, summoning a Runick monster from my deck. I do get Fangs, and then that bring back Fabulosar, and now he's free to just pop off. So I'm like, alright, this kind of sucks. He goes into Blackwing, fucking whatever this card is called, Starlight. I bring back Mole Cricket. Starlight effect's going to burn me for 800. He actually Zephyros effect, bouncing. He ends up bouncing the Black Whirlwind. At this point, since he has a monster with the highest attack, I do activate Mole Cricket's effect to special summon 2, Chimera, and Sunflower. For feeling really confident, Chimera's effect is going to activate, and I'm going to activate her effect twice. I could special summon a guy from my graveyard, and I could dump a card. So like I said, I'm feeling really confident. Sacred Tree effect is going to activate. I do get me a Blessing. He's activate Black Whirlwind. Now he's going to synchro into Chaos Angel. Chaos Angel's effect is going to activate, but yet again activate Sunflower because I can. Sunflower effect, Chimera, I'm going to dump 2 cards from my graveyard, Flashing Fire and Mole Cricket, and that's going to destroy his Chaos Angel. So Sunflower negates Chaos Angel, and at this point, that is just GG. So yeah, just to see the power of the deck, I really enjoyed it. I hope you guys did too, and I'll catch you all next time. Alright, have a good night, everybody. Peace.